Hey everyone, I'm Ethan, and here with me today is the Black Widow 6 scale figure by Hot Toys. Before we get into it, here's a little about me. I've been collecting Hot Toys since 2016, with my first ever figure being Captain America from Captain America Civil War. I've been watching YouTube videos from long before that, and love the 6 scale community, so I thought why not be an active part of it? I decided to launch this YouTube channel, and what better way to kick things off than with the MCU's first female Avenger, Black Widow. I would totally appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Ethan's Hot Space. Now, onto the review. So, before you guys see anything, I just wanted to say that my Dutolfs are not filled. I've recently gone through a move, so I haven't unboxed my figures yet. But as for the box of this Black Widow figure, it's beautifully designed, as always, by Hot Toys, and of course in theme with the other Endgame figures that are in the line. It says Black Widow on both sides of the packaging, and on the front it actually has this really nice concept art image of Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. When it comes to Black Widow's accessories, she comes with about as much as we've come to expect from a Black Widow figure. We get one long baton, which is the very same one that we got with the previous Black Widow figure from Infinity War, the difference now being that it's been repainted black for Endgame. And here are the two short batons again. We've seen these with the previous Black Widow figure from Infinity War. They've also been repainted to accurately match their appearance from the Endgame posters. And the last baton accessories that we get with this Black Widow are the two baton handles that peg into the backpack on the figure. And finally, I've missed these. The last Black Widow figure came with these new things called disc shooters that holster to her thighs. They were cool, but now they brought back her twin pistols, which is classic Natasha in my opinion. These holster to her thighs as well, and they also cock like a real gun. Black Widow also comes with 6 additional hands, not including the relaxed hands that come attached to the figure right out the box. Hot Toys paid amazing attention to detail because, as you can see, the left hand comes with the time-space GPS sculpted on. This was a detail that wasn't shown in the prototype, so I love that Hot Toys went back and updated the hands for the film accuracy. And lastly, like all other Hot Toys figures, Black Widow comes with a base that you could stand the figure on. And it's really nice because it has the Black Widow logo as the main centerpiece art for the base, but then to the side it kind of has this hidden Avengers A, which is awesome. And it's just decked out in her iconic color scheme. So I have to say, the overall presentation of this figure is gorgeous and so film accurate, which isn't anything new for Hot Toys, but this is definitely the definitive Black Widow so far. Hot Toys has also developed a new body for this figure, which gives it a much more natural look. Previous Black Widow figures have looked awesome, but this one has the most realistic appearance. The head sculpt on this Black Widow figure is another step up by Hot Toys. This is definitely the best likeness to Scarlett Johansson that has been released so far. And I say so far because the Black Widow figure's head sculpt that was shown at Sideshow Con was by far the best. I literally cannot wait. So to compare the Endgame Black Widow to previous Black Widows, I have here the Captain America Civil War Black Widow figure and the Avengers Infinity War Black Widow. And they are all great. The head sculpt is amazing on each and every one of them. The Civil War figure and the Infinity War figure actually have the same head sculpt. It's just repainted. And for some reason the Endgame figure is a little shorter than its predecessors. I don't know why, but here you can definitely tell that the body is just more natural looking. Personally, I thought we had like a great body with the other figures. You know, they looked great. They looked, you know, like Scarlett Johansson, but this just looks even better in my opinion. So this is a great pose for this Black Widow figure. The only thing that I would warn about is on the right arm, the material is touching itself, and that could mean because of the material that Hot Toys used, that eventually it could get stuck to itself. This is the same material that we've seen with Vision and Superman figures. So yeah, it does have the tendency to do that, especially if you're in a hot area. Another thing about this pose is the batons. Black Widow actually never used the batons in Endgame. So if you're a real stickler for posing your figures film accurately, this might not be the pose for you. It's not the pose for me, but if you really want those batons, you can definitely pose your figure this way. This is another pose that if you really want to use both of her guns, you can definitely do. I mean, it's a safe pose. There's literally nothing here that I can say is damaging to the figure at all. The only thing again is that this pose is not film accurate. So for me, I will not be posing my figure like this. But if you really have to have Black Widow with two guns, which I'm so tempted because it looks so good, but I just can't. When I pose my figures, I always have to have them as film accurate as possible. So unless you're basing this off of the deleted scene where her and Hawkeye battle it out on Vormir in a different way, where she does have the two guns, then I guess I would feel okay doing that. But overall, though, this isn't film accurate, and you know, but it is a great pose though. So if you really have to have Black Widow with, you know, dual wielding her twin pistols, definitely go for it. And that brings us to our final pose. I know this pose is super basic and super museum, but this is actually the one that I choose to display my figure in. I think that this just checks all the boxes. It's safe, it's movie accurate, it's really just something that I can see lasting in my display for a long time. I just think it really evokes what Black Widow means to the movie too. Even though she's just standing there, she didn't actually use anything in the film. You know, she sacrificed herself. She didn't really use any weapons, use anything. She really just was her, you know. And this figure, I think, this pose, everything, I think just says that. So I'm really happy with this, and this is my final pose. And personally, I do not think that there is any better place to display your Black Widow figure other than next to Hawkeye. They are amazing companion pieces, and just to prove how this Black Widow figure really doesn't need to be in any dynamic pose or with any accessories. I mean, she really holds her own. You know, I have no problem having Hawkeye in somewhat of a dynamic pose and then having Black Widow just standing there. I think it's a great balance, and they look amazing together. And yeah, that just really just proves how amazing this figure is by Hot Toys. It's really great. It captures Black Widow and all of her amazing essence. And that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully you stuck around to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Ethan's Hot Space. See you in a minute.